Boruto episode 58 review. Now, this episode was like well awaited. A lot of people want to see all the characters fight, all of the getting at the chunin exam, and I really liked it. I liked what they did with it in terms of how it was not like a rehash of the movie, and a lot of people thought it was going to be like that. But of course, we kind of expect that it would be like a little bit longer in terms of the fight. I didn't expect it to be like the Naruto chunin exam, where the Naruto chunin exam, it was like every single fight was like one episode a piece, and I didn't expect it to be that long. But we did get a little bit longer fights between a lot of the characters except Sarada, because Sarada is just Sarada. But I'm going to be going over the fights and talking about what I basically like about all of them. Now, I don't really know the other characters' names because there's a lot to learn, but I will actually learn them soon because I will be making a top 10 characters or top 10 getting list in the future in the coming days. But the first fight I'm going to be talking about is Boruto. We obviously know that he fought Yurui. I know his name, and when he fought him, it was like really interesting, mainly because he used a jutsu that we really didn't know before, and even the Kages kind of mentioned it. They kind of spoke about it, said, yo, it's a very unique jutsu, and we never really seen a lot like that. So that right there, I'm not sure if it's Kekkei Genkai. I strongly doubt it. I don't think that bubble style is a Kekkei Genkai, but it was definitely a jutsu that was very unique to him, and Boruto definitely struggled with that, obviously, as you guys seen. But one thing I do want to point out is the fact that Boruto actually curved a shuriken without the scientific technology. Obviously, he didn't need the scientific technology to reach him, but the thing is, Boruto didn't really master what Sasuke was kind of teaching him. When you use two separate shuriken, you use one to hit the other one. Boruto didn't necessarily master that yet, so he had to revert to that scientific technology. I feel like if he had like a week more of training with Sasuke, he probably didn't need that scientific technology. And it was funny how like no one noticed it. Everybody's just like, wow, I didn't know a shuriken could curve like that. Like, duh, a shuriken can't curve like that. But hey man, Boruto got away with it. Happy he got away with it. Hopefully Boruto doesn't get caught, or hopefully Boruto just gives up on the scientific technology and says, hey, I can do this by myself and I don't need any scientific technology to help me out or assist me on what I need to do. But going on to a quick one, and it was the Sarada fight, and Sarada, she really shows you like, hey, she's probably one of the strongest getting out here. Now, I'm not completely sure if her opponent was crazy strong, but 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure she was really strong. So Sarada just completely destroyed her. I mean, it was kind of crazy. I really didn't know what was going on. Sarada said she was going to do it in 3 seconds. I was like, okay, yeah, right. And then she ended up counting out the seconds, and she actually did it in 3 seconds. It's kind of cool to see the combination of Tsunade and Sakura's strength mixed with the Sharingan. It really gives Sarada like a taijutsu boost that's really crazy. Like, that really got me thinking, like, imagine if Rock Lee or Metal Lee got Sharingans. Like, it wouldn't hinder them either because they don't necessarily even use chakra. That would be amazing. Like, that would be crazy. But Sarada is basically the best of both worlds. She's actually very skilled in taijutsu. She hits really hard. She knows how to manage her chakra control to do that. And also, she has a Sharingan so she can evade techniques very quickly and more skilled than a lot of other ninjas. So I'm guessing she's gonna be very strong. One thing I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna ask you guys, who do you guys think is stronger, and I'm gonna ask you guys in a poll. It'll probably be on YouTube as well. I asked it before, and it was basically the question of who do you guys think is stronger, Boruto or Sarada, and 70% of you guys or 75% of you guys said Boruto earlier. I want to see how that matchup would be right now. Like, what would you guys think? Like, is Boruto stronger than Sarada still, or is Sarada just way too strong for Boruto? But the next fight was Shikamaru. Shikamaru's fight was very interesting. Of course, Shikamaru completely dissected his opponent's attack and his opponent's abilities. Of course, nothing we didn't already expect from Shikamaru. It looked like Shikamaru was going to be outmatched in the first one because his opponent could basically stand from a far distance where he can't really use his shadow jutsu, and she could basically attack Shikamaru, and Shikamaru couldn't really do anything about it because it was all sound waves, and it was really messing with Shikamaru. But as soon as Shikamaru stepped on that piece of gum, it was like very lucky for Shikamaru, because what if they would have cleaned the stage before Shikamaru even fought? It would have been over for Shikamaru. But Shikamaru ended up figuring out what her specific jutsu is, what her specific abilities are, and he basically exploited that. I mean, one thing I do want to talk about is the paper bombs, because the paper bombs look really weak. Now, I'm not completely sure if Shikamaru threw out regular paper bombs, because Shikamaru probably intended to take some damage from the paper bombs, so obviously you wouldn't probably use the full-blown paper bombs. Maybe it was like fake paper bombs, things like that. I don't know. Maybe Shikamaru has them rigged or something, but they really didn't do any damage to Shikamaru. And I'm pretty much going to bring this up again in Inojin's fight, but they didn't do any damage to Shikamaru, so I'm pretty sure he probably just didn't have real paper bombs, but they didn't do any damage to him. It really messed up his opponent's hearing, and that was basically her main ability. And one thing I want to point out about Shikamaru's shadow possession jutsu is the fact that when he moves, his opponent doesn't really move. Or maybe he could possibly take that feature off. Like, if you guys remember back when Shikamaru was a chunin, whenever Shikamaru would move, his opponent would also move. For example, if he would have raised his hand like how Shikadai did with the knife, his opponent would have probably raised her hand as well. And that's really interesting because I didn't know that Shikadai had that about him, which is really cool. I really like that feature that they added to Shikadai. I'm pretty sure Shikamaru could do the same thing right now, but as a youngin, like, he really couldn't do that. But the other fight was Inojin. Now the Inojin fight was like really disappointing. A lot of people said that Inojin was like really weak or something. And I feel like Inojin just didn't really think through his opponent. He really didn't analyze what he could possibly do better. I feel like Inojin had his one trump card and he was like, yo, I'm gonna go in. No one can really handle my beast scroll jutsu. Why am I even worrying right now? And it turns out that his opponent actually handled his beast scroll jutsu very well. Now the thing about Inojin is the fact that he infused paper bombs into his beast scroll jutsu, and that was very clever in my eyes. I was like, yo, I didn't really think Inojin could do something like that, but he did it, and I thought that it would be very cool. Now, if you guys remember, the first part of Naruto, paper bombs are supposed to like blow limbs off, things like that. Inojin hit this guy with a couple paper bombs and it did nothing to him. So I really can't blame Inojin for like feeling like, yo, there's no way that this guy could beat him, because the guy contacted multiple paper bombs, so he's supposed to have multiple limbs just blown off, but that wasn't the case. Now what I'm guessing is that his opponent had the ability of hardening his body. If you guys remember Kakuzu, he basically had that ability as well, where he could harden a part of his body and whatever attacks it basically bounced off, things like that. So I'm feeling like his opponent probably has that. Of course, that's going to be something interesting to know, because that person is advancing in the tournament and probably will fight somebody else like Boruto, Sarada, or Mitsuki, things like that. So that is something interesting to look out for. I really like that. But nevertheless, Inojin was supposed to think through that. If it was Shikadai would have definitely thought through that and probably saw through the guy's other abilities and jutsus. But the thing is, I mean, Shikadai is a genius. Like, we can't really be comparing other Gennins to Shikadai. So it's kind of cool. I don't really fault Inojin for that, because Inojin came in with a solid strategy. He just didn't come in with a solid counter strategy. So I'm cool with Inojin. But the next one is Mitsuki's fight. Of course, we all know Mitsuki is basically the GOAT. Mitsuki came in ready to fight. Mitsuki basically was playing with him at first in my eyes. Mitsuki got cut and he was like, yo, I think it's time to stop playing with this guy. He tried to pull out the Sage Mode, but he kind of remembered in the back of his head like, yo, I really can't use Sage Mode because the Chunin exam, and he would have got disqualified. If you guys don't remember, Naruto used the Chunin exam back when he fought Konohamaru. It was like in a filler. He fought Konohamaru in the Chunin exam and he used Sage Mode and he ended up being disqualified. So Mitsuki was smarter than Naruto and he didn't use Sage Mode happily, and he completely like just destroyed his opponent with that snake jutsu, which was really weird. I mean, I know Orochimaru does it a lot. Another thing is the fact that a lot of people say that Konohamaru doesn't yet know that Mitsuki is Orochimaru's son. That could possibly be true, but if Konohamaru was looking at that jutsu and is like, yo, I don't know whose son this is, something's wrong with Konohamaru, because it's obviously Orochimaru's son. But to be honest, it doesn't necessarily have to be that, because Anko could basically do the same jutsu and she's not related to Orochimaru in any way. Orochimaru just trained her. But the thing is, like, you have to understand that Mitsuki has some sort of relationship to Orochimaru. I don't know, maybe Konohamaru just thinks that Mitsuki just liked Orochimaru. He just tried to model himself after Orochimaru. But this was the episode. I really liked the episode. It gave us exactly what we wanted, and hopefully the second round is going to be even better. We do know that in the next episode we're going to see Shinki fight with Chocho, and I know that'll be an amazing fight, of course. So Shinki's probably going to advance, and also Shinki's probably going to be extremely strong. Hopefully he faces off against Mitsuki sometime in the future. I know a lot of people are pretty much wishing for that fight to come true, because those are like the two strongest Genin that we do know of, and I feel like that fight is probably going to be the most epic fight. I feel like you probably would have to have a whole episode just dedicated to that fight, and probably have some Otsutsuki scenes, and then probably Naruto and Sasuke talking about the Otsutsuki clan. That would be an interesting episode. But let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section below. As I said, I really liked it. It really gave us exactly what we wanted. It gave us a lot of the fights elongated or extended, and I feel like that was cool. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's been your boy Baara B, and we out. Oh, one more thing before I actually go. I want to ask you guys, who do you guys want me to collab with? Because I've been doing some collabs recently. I want you guys to have some input on this, because I do like working with new YouTubers, younger YouTubers, or smaller YouTubers, and it's kind of cool to me. And also working with bigger YouTubers. Like, I did a collab with my man Shino Bentrill, is like one of the people I used to watch every single day. But if you guys want me to do any collabs with anybody else, let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully I can get in touch with them. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Alright, bye.
For my city, I'm the youngest nigga reppin', oh my god, if I die, I'm a legend, oh my god, if I die, I'm a legend, I'm a first.